Okay, so I have that piece that we just hacksawed off. I have a face and I have it put back in here, and everything's all dialed in. What we need to do is put a 3/4 inch hole down there to hold the main spindle. And I wanted a nice tight fit on that spindle. So I do not have a reamer, so we're gonna have to bore it. So I'm gonna get as close to 3/4 as I can, and then we'll just bore it. It's 3/8 of an inch here. We're gonna put down there first. Ready? Now we'll throw a 1/2 inch down there. Just lower it down. Okay. And I think we're just gonna bore from there. I'm pretty sure this will fit in that hole. Yep, cool. All right, let's just see where we are. So we have a good starting point, and we are at 735. That should be pretty darn close. Let's check fit. All right, that's nice and tight. It's just the type of fit that I want. We'll put a piece of Loctite, put some Loctite in there, and that'll be our permanent base. So just go ahead and let's give this a really quick little deeper. And what we can do is we can very gently start to just round over that edge so it looks like that bead. Looks pretty good there. All right, so now this piece in here is gonna be the base. Now I have a piece that's just big enough to do that, so I want to use all my scraps basically. I need to bore this here to be 1 inch. Right now it's about 3/4 of an inch, so I need that to be 1 inch. So I face both sides. We're in here, we're gonna bore this, and then we'll put it on the mandrel and we'll turn the outside diameter. If this was still attached to the larger piece, then I could just do that. But like I said, this is pretty much the perfect width size. It's 1 inch in length. So I'm going to use up my scraps, more or less. So right now, we're just going to go ahead and bore that to be 1 inch, which will be a nice sliding fit on this 1 inch aluminum rod. At least that is the plan. So let me go ahead and do that. Make sure we can fit, and we can. Helps if you lock the tool down. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick measurement of that just to see exactly where we are and how far we need to go. And right now we are at 871. This should bring me up to about 900 thousandths. Should be about 900, and we're 900 right on the nose. And we're we're 5 off. And what do I need? We're 5 under on this, so this should be just about there. Let's see if I can get this in place. Just about there. So let's just, we want a nice sliding fit on that, but we don't want it too loose that it's just rocking around all over the place. So I'm going to go in at the same setting. See how we are fit-wise. There we go. Perfect. So now we're going to put this on a mandrel, and we can get the outside diameter. All right, so we have this in the mandrel now, and our goal is to take it down to the same diameter as the base, which in my case is 2 inches, 535 thousandths. Again, not super critical. We just need to take it down to somewhere around there. So we're going to go ahead and whittle this away a little bit and get her going. If I can find that tool holder that I just had in my hand, because it's hiding over there. Should be pretty much right there. 2 inch, 534. Yep, call that good. All right, so what we have in here right now is a piece of 3/4 inch rod. And what I want to do is put a 1/2 inch hole in it, about 2.5 to 3 inches up its length. And what that is going to be for is just like a test piece. That is going to be to insert a spring in the bottom, and then we'll tap the end for a 1/2 inch plug, and that'll give us this spring action. So that's what we're going to do right now. I already have this end faced off, so we're just going to go ahead and drill it. And we'll put in a center, and then we'll do 3/8 and then 1/2 inch. It seems to be working out fairly well for us so far. And again, this isn't supremely accurate. I mean, we don't need to measure the depth. We'll basically calibrate our spring to the depth that we use there and go from there. And it would help if I clip my microphone to my shirt, wouldn't it? Actually, we're going to go in with our tap drill for our 1/2 inch thread, which, let me double check my chart. So let's see, 1/2 inch, 13, 27/64 will do. It's 27/64, and we'll just shove this guy right up there. Okay. Let's get a tap in here. And I'm only going to tap about maybe 3/4 of an inch or so. And if we need it deeper after the fact, we can always deepen that thread. Not a big deal. So let me get a nice 1/2 inch tap here. Okay, pretty sure this tap is actually brand new. Alright, that should be more than deep enough. And there we go. That's going to hold our spring in place once we're done. I'm going to pull this out. And what we'll do is we'll temporarily put this into our base, and then we can see where we need to cut it off at. Okay, so now I have my length figured out, just a little over 5 inches, and we're going to part this off right at this line, and then basically we're just going to form a little 1/4 inch nipple and then a rounded edge, basically like the tip of a CO2 bottle that would go in something like a BB gun. And that's what they had in the movie. I believe in the movie the tip of it had a really coarse thread on it. I don't know if I'm going to put that on or not. I might just turn it down to a 1/4 inch and just put down a 1/4 inch coarse thread on it. We'll see. So let's go ahead and just get ourselves lined up with that line there. And again, these measurements aren't super critical. There's nothing here critical measurement wise. We're basically just going for looks and trying to match something that we see. And completely missed that. double check something. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm close to where I need to be. Okay, and then all we'll do is kind of, I can either grind a tool. I don't think I have any internal radius tools, but let me see what I got for radiuses. I don't think I have anything pre-ground that will work. So all I'm gonna do, in all honesty, is just pull this out, and I'm gonna use a file. I'm gonna round this end, and then I'm gonna round a shoulder to make it look like the tip of one of those little CO2 bottles. So I'm gonna do that off camera, so you don't need to sit there and watch me file this down. All right, so this in here is gonna be the piece that the two discs ride on that hold the vials. So I have to bore it out for 3/4 of an inch to ride along that central shaft. I've already drilled it out. We're just gonna bore it out, and I already have the length set. Might be a little bit different for you guys, but for me, it was 1 inch 900 thousandths. Seemed like a nice happy medium. Yep. Alright, let's just see where we're at. We are right at 710 thousandths. Alright, should be just about there. Alright, she tight. Alrighty. So this should be, that's a pretty good fit in there. Not a lot of play, but we have plenty of movement, no real resistance. Let's give it a quick little polish here. Now it should be all right. I like that.